Hello everyone, welcome to a new episode.
You could have waited 5 seconds for me to put these things aside.
He is eating a chocolate and making a mess out of my bed, forgetting that I have to sleep here and there'll be ants on my bed and I'll pack those up and leave it
I
in
don't
your
want.
bed
I don't
next
want.
time I go to your place.
I don't want to.
Stop inviting ants.
I don't.
so much.
I don't want you being lonely in the night. I want you to have company. I don't want you to feel lonely.
No, I have good companies for night. You don't need ants for that. I have my Netflix.
I actually did set up the.
Pick up the wrapper.
Sorry. Okay, I actually did kind of say the topic somewhere in the last 1 minute. Do you want me to are you doing this or am I?
You are doing it.
I am doing it.
Yeah.
Okay. So we were talking on the phone some days ago, and somehow this topic came up. के पता नहीं कैसे आया, but I was when your brother left for London.
Yeah.
I think you were in 11th, 12th grade. I think. तब I asked, how did you feel when he left? Did you have a strong bond?
I felt horrible.
You felt horrible.
Yeah.
What was it exactly like?
Because I was so habituated with his annoyance around me that suddenly there was no one to annoy me. Suddenly there was no one for me to be irritated with or to play with or have fun with.
Right.
Or just, have some sort of entertainment in the house. So it was very difficult. It is still difficult. I still sometimes feel that we should be living in the same city at least, if not in the same house.
Right. Okay. So yeah, you used a specific, and by the way, this is a common thing between us for our 11th and 12th grades. You used a specific word while describing how it felt when he left.
इतनी अच्छी मेरी memory होती तो मुझे like
your memory is like
water.
You are the best for among all the people I know, you are the best memory.
My clients on YouTube will say absolutely otherwise.
Nice plug, nice plug. No, you do have amazing memory. You remember the thing I wore 6 months ago on a Sunday.
Not only you, some random guy also.
Some random guy also. Her memory is.
My memory is good when I'm looking at things, not when I'm talking or when I'm not seeing it. My visual memory is very good. I told you this before also.
Oh yeah, photographic memory.
Yes, I have a photographic memory.
So this was audiographic. Audiographic word होता है. Oh yeah, क्या? What?
Water, smell of mint.
हाँ यार, पता नहीं. It smells weird.
It must be sometime.
You just ate Pepsi. Pepsi, by the way, is not that Coca-Cola. Yeah, popsicle, ice
pop
thing. Yep, ice pops, nice. So, the word you used was lonely. And while starting, you used, right? Why are you looking like this?
Because I don't remember.
I remember you used the word. And so, yeah, that is today's topic, loneliness.
Why do we have such a heavy topic today?
Because I think we both have...
I'll finish this if you don't.
I finish it.
No, I don't want so many calories you eat.
Yeah, so I chose this topic because I think we both have something to say about this. So, and over the recent month also, we had some conversations that were alluding to this topic of loneliness, which I'll bring up as we speak more.
I think we talk about too many things for me to remember what all we talk about.
No, but this was a prominent topic, kind of. So, yeah, thoughts on...
I think it's very essential. Loneliness is very essential. This is my first thought.
I think what you mean is solitude is essential, not loneliness.
No, both.
No, well...
my own parents are here any which way. We might have to pause the video if my mom barges in, but okay.
Okay.
Why I'm saying both are important is, one, solitude is when you start enjoying your own company. But loneliness is the first step of solitude. You don't understand
Okay.
solitude if you have not faced loneliness.
Correct.
So, being alone and being lonely. Famous Instagram
Yeah.
post people have seen,
I
but
see
it
it
makes
every
sort
week.
of sense also.
True.
Because first step of loneliness is being alone. Then you level up to loneliness. Then you level up to being
To solitude.
happy with your own company. Yeah.
Right.
So I think both are essential because it's a learning phase.
Okay. हाँ, this makes sense. तो हाँ मतलब ये like कुछ stat मैंने पढ़ा था कि we are living statistic कि we are living in the epidemic of loneliness कि like in this day and age like loneliness का rate is the highest in the world. Stop texting, Harisha.
I'm texting my mom so that she doesn't shout in between our
Oh,
podcast.
okay.
Yes, so what we are in the epidemic of loneliness? I think because the gaps between people are increasing. This is very essential again because social media is keeping people occupied all the time. You are constantly networking with people. So it has become a part of everybody's daily routine that you need your me time. You need your alone time. And you need some time to just analyze who you are in middle of a chaotic day. Because in my opinion, people are just living a robotic life. You go to work, you come back home, you either meet your friends, you don't meet your friends, you do your own household work, your own organizational work at your place. You do some extra work, you scroll through social media, you watch some movies, series, and you doze off to sleep. So eventually, in this particular time frame, when you're constantly being connected to people from the first sight of the day, it is everybody's habit to look at their phone, probably scroll reels on Instagram. So you're constantly being in touch with people. So it's not about physical proximity. It is also about, what can we say, cloud proximity.
Cloud proximity. No, but so ironical, right? कि like we are in the age of networking and at the same time we are in the epidemic of loneliness.
Right.
So हाँ मतलब ऐसा तो पड़ा हुआ ही है कि like
So over the weekend, I was traveling, right? Sunday morning, it was super rainy when we were supposed to come back to Ahmedabad. And me and this other friend we went with. We were just looking at the rain, and both of us said it at the same time that it's very essential for both of us to spend some time alone, probably in open sky. It was so coincidental, and both of us were into that zone that, okay, since past 2 days we did not get that time.
Right.
So we were looking forward to, having that time in between of drizzling and just being by ourselves.
Socializing the whole 2 days.
Yeah. Socializing. So, both of us needed that break in a way. And with the perfect weather, it just came out all of a sudden. And that is when I realized that it's not only me or it's not only somebody who's connected with themselves. It is for everybody that they need their me time.
Right.
It is a necessity nowadays. And it is also something which should be an active part of everybody's lifestyle.
True, yeah. And like even I recently, like this is also one of the things that led me to this topic. कि even I told you, right, कि like me time अब मेरा like almost zero ही हो गया है कि क्योंकि work के बाद activities maybe I am with friends whom I meet every day.
Yeah.
So like alone time the only alone time for me is when I sleep in the night. Like बस वही है, and that's not really alone time.
You
That
sleep alone?
हाँ
Or you have a partner?
ए भाई she's going to keep making terrible jokes this whole
No,
podcast.
this is a fact.
No, I do sleep with someone. I sleep with my tanhai. मैं और मेरी tanhai.
Shit. For a minute there, I thought you'll give me some
No, ऐसा कोई है ही नहीं.
gossip.
No, there is nothing. Content आएगा तो you'll be the first to know.
Oh, I take that as a huge honor.
Should.
And you know me, I'll also roast you.
I don't mind that. करो.
Yes.
If you're having fun, then I am. हाँ तो so like मैं पढ़ा हुआ है ये about this thing बहुत and like बहुत सारे perspectives भी है, but according to you, what is the thing कि what is the reason कि despite being so connected, we are so lonely?
But that's
Like
the
I
thing,
mean,
no, I don't think that loneliness is a problem. It's a good thing for me. So if
नहीं,
my
I'm
parents are going out and if I have the house by myself, I'll be fucking happy कि हाँ मेरे को अकेले रहने मिल रहा है. आप मेरा फोन ले लो, लैपटॉप ले लो, वाईफाई ले लो. I'll still be happy that I'm alone in the house.
नहीं,
This is how much I enjoy my solitude.
I'm talking about a different thing. I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about the general public, and I'm not talking about solitude. I'm talking about the actual loneliness when you don't have anyone to talk to, and you don't have anyone to.
We should circle back to the point what actually loneliness means then. Because we went into layers of it.
Yeah. So like, let's not go for that solitude topic. That can be a like segment we can like delve into later. But she's playing with my watch and she knows my password. I need to like change it.
I'm listening. I'm trying to play with your watch.
No, don't play. Listen to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot.
No. Yes, coming back to loneliness.
तो मतलब
Loneliness.
how do you define it? Like, don't go with that solitude wala thing.
So, I think everybody experiences it at one point or the other. And I think with COVID, there was a wave.
Oh yes.
Which everybody.
COVID wave के साथ loneliness की wave भी आ गई थी.
तो सबको ऐसे लग रहा था कि लोग नहीं है मेरे पास, बात करने को कोई नहीं है. People used to talk to their far off siblings, far off relatives in COVID. I think आपके घर पे भी ये हुआ होगा.
Yeah. Like we especially reached out to people whom we hadn't talked to months for months.
When I realized that human beings are such
social animals.
Animals, yes. And it is so much of a need to go out and meet people.
It is totally.
But ठीक है, coming back to loneliness, I feel mostly it comes with heartbreak. Ki if you have a broken heart, you see that how lonely you are. Or if you've just shifted or relocated to a new place,
right,
then it is a horrible time because you don't know anybody, you don't know the culture, you don't know the city, you don't know what you're going to do with yourself there. So that initial 1 month is actually the loneliness you feel, even if you are an extrovert.
Right.
So वो चीजें धीरे धीरे it gives you time to find who you are. So if I think there are two parts of loneliness. One is that either you keep on sulking that you don't have people around, or you try and figure out things ki what kind of people you want around you. Then you can start building up your circle again.
Right.
So depends with which perspective you see loneliness is. When I was a couple of years back, when I was not being myself, I was not in my prime, and I was going through some tough problems in my life. Mostly because of some anxiety issues. I used to feel like I have nobody to talk to, nobody to listen. Nobody would listen to my stuff. I did not want any help. I just wanted somebody to listen to me. I just wanted to, rant it out.
Yeah, you wanted to rant it out.
तो तब मेरे को सबसे ज़्यादा lonely लगना था. But then it was like, ठीक है, I'll take this as a sign that, I need to work on myself and stop feeling this thing, stop victimizing myself because of loneliness. And that is when I started enjoying it. तो ऐसा नहीं है कि मेरे को बचपन से अच्छा लगता है. It is just this recent development over the past couple of years, especially since COVID.
Right.
तब से I am very comfortable with me being alone. Most of the time, if people are calling me late at night, I cannot talk every day. Even with you, we talk I think once or twice a week. वो भी जितना चलता है other 2-3 days it's like where are you, where am I, we don't know. So that thing is there.
So like this whole thing you said उसमें से बहुत सारे questions like you like sort of brought up the threads of the questions I was going to ask. हाँ, तो you said कि I was going to bring this up, the part of your life where you felt the most lonely, and you said कि हाँ मतलब कुछ साल पहले anxiety issues and all. So what steps did you take to get out of it? Any specific things you did? Yeah, what was the process?
So first of all, the first thing I learned was acceptance. क्योंकि ऐसे चीज़ें फ्लैश होती थी. If I don't accept my current reality, I cannot come out of it. And the first step towards acceptance is crying a lot because you don't have people. So yeah, I was a crybaby back then.
It's a good thing. It's a release. It's like soothes the heart.
Like expression. So anything you express is fine. Then I realized that my anxiety problem is serious. Either I work on it by myself or I go for medication. I did not want to go for medications because it would have completely ruined who I was. So I decided to work on myself by myself. So I started learning how to meditate, how to heal myself through energy, through spirituality, all those kinds of things. And it worked for me magically.
So meditation, spirituality, healing.
Meditations I used to do, but it was more of manifestation meditation. Healing meditations and everything I learned during this COVID time only because I wanted to heal myself. So with my profession, this is the beauty of it. I cannot heal people if I have not healed myself.
Wow.
So it is all coming from experience. It is never just guidance. It is all coming from experience all the time.
Right. So, did you learn this by yourself? Did you have any guide?
I had a mentor.
No, or like to getting out of the loneliness. उसके लिए the steps.
To myself.
Okay, so how did you know okay, I had to do this and not this? Like what gravitated you towards to?
So if you know me, you know I'm very well calculated with my emotions. That has been there since a very, very long time. So I know what I'm feeling, why I'm feeling it, and how to work on it. This has always been there. So I had an idea that if I'm feeling a certain way, what do I need to do? I needed to find new people. But to find new people, I had to come out of my anxiety. If you're broken, you cannot meet people because they will shatter you even more. So I had to pull myself back together before meeting new people or before doing anything new with my life.
Right. Okay. So, 11, 12 you specifically mentioned, तो जब कॉल पे वी टॉक्ड तब मेरे दिमाग में भी बत्ती जली कि हाँ 11, 12 मेरा भी ऐसा ही था क्योंकि I had switched to a new school and it was kind of hi-fi जैसा school जो बोलते हैं ना hi-fi school.
Which school did you go to?
I went to Udgam.
Before that?
Before that I was in DAV. वो तो नहीं सुना होगा I guess.
Of course.
सुना? हाँ तो I basically felt that I didn't fit in because the way those people talked, the way they be.
To Udgam, it's like a huge drop. For me, it was also same.
Huge drop, yeah. Huge, level up.
No, I feel Udgam is.
What?
Yeah.
DAV is and Udgam is I'm just talking in terms of people and the way they behave, the way they talk, the way they just everything from how
people. So people who don't know, Udgam is a very famous school in Ahmedabad. I feel Udgam people are more like Saint Kabirians. I don't mean to offend anyone, but बहुत फेंकते हैं there's no truth.
Okay, हाँ, I agree.
Show off people.
हाँ.
Dipsites.
Dipsit, हाँ. DPS, Saint Kabir, Udgam, all of those are the same. But हाँ, basically I did not fit in at all. I kind of felt lonely कि हाँ I don't like the what's the word gel with these people.
Yeah.
कि हाँ उनके तो ग्रुप्स बन गए थे सबके 6-7 लोगों के ग्रुप्स बन गए थे बट आई फेल्ट कि कोई है ही नहीं जिसके साथ आई कैन बी कम्प्लीटली माई सेल्फ उनके साथ बात करनी होती थी तो आई हैड टू watch some series they watched. Yeah, like I don't know, just
to match them.
try to match their steps, try to match their status. Like try to be someone else that I was not. So 11th खाऊंगा let me say this. तो 11th was that year कि like terrible. I don't know how like blah, blah, blah. तो फिर 12th आया एंड उसमें like पता नहीं जैसे ऐसा अचानक हुआ कि I should take steps to improve myself, take steps to like get out of my comfort zone. Yeah, you were saying?
I'm saying if you're picking up from here and throwing it there, that
I'm throwing it नीचे.
hitting it on my
अरे
bed.
नीचे फेंक रहा हूँ मैं नीचे.
जा नहीं रहे वो नीचे. Your throw has to be proper.
ठीक है मैं पूरी जमीन चाट लूंगा बस.
Oh my god. 8 दिन रह गए तुम्हारे.
Yeah, finish it. Sorry.
Yeah, I didn't want to have. क्या करूँ इसमें?
भाई इतना डीप टॉपिक के बीच में
हम चॉकलेट खा रहे.
तो हाँ वन स्पेसिफिक थिंग कि मतलब रिसेंटली ये चीज़ हुई एंड लाइक हर 5-6 महीने दिस थिंग कीप्स रिमाइंडिंग मी of the fact that I was kind of lonely in 11th grade. Ki, whenever I meet up with those friends from school,
you don't feel like you belong.
Nahi. So every 4-5 months, we keep meeting, and जब वो बातें करते हैं, and when they recall the memories from school, कि like ये मैम ऐसा करते थे, ये मैम ने हमें एग्जाम्स में खुद ही मैम ने आंसर्स दे दिए थे, and लंच टाइम की memories and all of that, just वो सारी memories recall करते थे. I was there with them. I was like मैं उनके साथ ही था, but still I don't remember any of those things because of this thing कि I read this in a like movie or somewhere कि when you don't have so the line is this: you tend to forget things when you don't have anyone to talk to. ऐसा तो मतलब हाँ वो बोलते थे एंड देन लाइक हाँ कभी कभी याद आता था कभी कभी स्ट्राइक हो जाता था ओ हाँ नहीं यार ये हुआ था दिस वाज सच अ फन मेमोरी एंड ऑल ऑफ दैट बट लाइक इतनी बार ऐसे स्ट्राइक होता है कि यार लाइक दीज गाइज रिमेंबर आई डोंट रिमेंबर हाउ कम लाइक
बिकॉज
नहीं आई वॉज अ पार्ट ऑफ इट उनके साथ ही था लाइक मैं भी मजे करता था उनके साथ बट लाइक आई डेंट हैव एनीवन टू शेयर दोज थिंग्स विद कि हाँ मतलब आई डेंट कि लाइक रात को फ्रेंड को कॉल किया और उसको बोला कि यार वो कितना मज़ा आया था वो चीज़ करने में वाई आर यू शुड लिसन टू मी वाई आर यू शी इज़ प्लेइंग विथ माई वॉच एंड लाइक टर्निंग ऑन द कैमरा ऑन माई फोन एंड शी इज़ क्लिकिंग अ फोटो ऑफ हरसेल्फ फ्रॉम माई वॉच stupid she's not taking this topic seriously.
No, I am, but I found your watch a bit more interesting, but okay.
Hey, ये चेंज कर दिया है वॉलपेपर यार.
मैंने कुछ तो किया मुझे नहीं पता कैसे हुआ.
Stupid.
हाँ okay.
हाँ तो
I've heard everything you said.
But like you got me derailed now.
नहीं you thought that you did not have.
हाँ मतलब this thing. हाँ तो this thing is very like striking कि हाँ मतलब when I like I didn't talk to anyone so I just forgot all those memories. I just totally forgot those 2 years. 12th was not that bad. 12th was actually like kind of opposite of 11th.
I have a question. Did you have girls in your group?
Oh no, not really. That is why.
That is why you did not feel like that kind of belonging.
तो मतलब ऐसे बॉयज के साथ भी कोई
ऐसे नहीं होता है मतलब जो बॉयज होते हैं ना उनका बॉन्डिंग ऐसे फालतू चीज़ों के बेसिस पे ज़्यादा होता है.
ओह यस लाइक अरे यार ये भी चीज़ मैंने पढ़ी थी लाइक गर्ल्स का बॉन्डिंग होता है विद गॉसिप.
No.
एंड बॉयज का बॉन्डिंग होता है विद
गर्ल्स का बॉन्डिंग इज ऑलवेज थ्रू देयर इमोशनल एक्सपीरियंसेस. कि अगर किसी ने मुझसे बोला यार मेरे साथ ये हुआ उसने ये क्या उसने वो क्या ओह इट्स लाइक वी आर सिस्टर्स नाउ. And with boys it is like oh chocolate इतना अच्छा खाया अपन ने साथ में we are best friends. Now it doesn't make sense. It's the very lame thing.
मतलब girls का like through talking and like girls का everything is based around talking and boys का everything is based around बकचोदी. That is the boys का friendship. थिंग लाइक वो भी मुझे लाइक कितने लाइक सालों बाद ये लाइक स्ट्राइक हुआ कि हाँ सारे बॉयज़ की फ्रेंडशिप ऐसी ही होती है. इट्स बुलशिट फ्रेंडशिप. Not bullshit friendship, but it's based on bullshit.
It starts from bullshit.
It starts from
It
bullshit.
develops better.
Hmm.
But it
And-
is experience based. For girls, it is communication based.
हाँ एंड एक ये भी चीज़ थी कि रेडिट पे मैंने पढ़ा था वाइफ मतलब दिस क्वेश्चन वाज गियर्ड टूवर्ड्स वुमेन कि व्हाट आर द सम थिंग्स दैट पता नहीं कुछ था बट हाँ दे स्टेटेड एंड सो मैनी पीपल अग्रीड विद दिस फैक्ट कि जब when female friends meet each other after long years they will talk about everything कि ये पूरे 5 सालों में क्या हुआ all of that every little detail
पूरा timeline, हाँ.
पूरा टाइमलाइन बताएंगे. बट बॉयज है ना मिलेंगे तो दे विल नॉट टॉक अबाउट व्हाट हैपेंड इन दोस 5 years. दे विल जस्ट टॉक अबाउट रैंडम बुलशिट
Yeah.
कि जस्ट
One fine day ऐसा हुआ, फालतू चीज कुछ हुआ.
नहीं लाइक दे वोंट टॉक अबाउट यार मतलब I don't
मतलब
क्या
5
actually
साल में से जो सबसे फालतू मेमोरी होगी वो शायद उनको याद आ जाएगी and that they will share, but they will not share any meaningful things which is happening.
मीनिंगफुल थिंग्स नहीं. हाँ मतलब कि प्रेजेंट डे में किसी बुलशिट चीज यार आई सॉरी आई कांट एग्जैक्टली लाइक आर्टिकुलेट बट they won't it's kind of difficult to explain. Let's see.
Let's move forward because this guy has lost track of what he was saying.
PMS चल रहा है. I'm not छोड़ो.
इतना चलता है तुम्हारा PMS 2 महीने से चल ही रहा है. It's not getting over with.
हाँ, this is the first time we are recording at night and पता नहीं.
I told you you should go to sleep.
This is terrible. We are doing a terrible. I am doing a terrible job of recording.
Always.
Yes, I am consistent. Unlike you. हाँ तो अच्छा एक I think first or second I think first episode में ही you asked a question about suggesting an app
Yeah.
of your choice. तब remember मैंने क्या बोला था?
सोच के बताऊंगा.
नहीं सोच के बताऊंगा. उससे पहले मैं बोला था an app which connects people kind of.
You mean social media?
नहीं an app not social media. मैंने बोला था ना कि something that will like board games है ऐसा कुछ मैंने बोला था ना. some game या anything which will connect people which will make people communicate with each other.
Yeah. Open up.
So हाँ बस हाँ open up. तो वो like मुझे याद है when I decided कि I will talk about this topic. कि उस टाइम भी like मेरे दिमाग में ऐसा कुछ था ही कि I don't know, just a thing I remember कि हाँ like this is also kind of related to loneliness कि हाँ I want कि ऐसा कोई app हो which will like connect people more and all of that.
Loneliness is more connected to how durable you think your friendships or your relationship with the people around you are. क्योंकि कभी-कभी ऐसा होता है you feel like this person is going to be there for a long time. But something happens all of a sudden and you completely lose track of where the person went, or you completely, have a detached bond with them. You don't feel that comfortable with them anymore. You don't feel that closeness with them anymore. So I think more than just expecting people to be there all the time, people should be habituated with loneliness first and then be close to other people so that they don't have to be dependent on people ki theek hai, always this person has to be there. हाँ होते attachment styles, everybody has different. People will get attached, people will take other people for granted, but in today's day and age it is very necessary for people to try and be lonely and see how it feels, so that they know that at the end of the day, at the end of the day, it is their base camp. You can climb as many mountains as you want, but the base camp is your safe space. You can always fall back to that, which is what you have to be there for yourself.
Right. Everyone has to experience this. Like होता है ये. तो you know one thing, क्या? What are you doing?
So this guy has pointers written on his phone to figure out कि वो कैसे किस sequence में जा रहा है आगे.
I don't know. I'm just like
randomly.
दिमाग ही नहीं चल रहा है मेरा. Sorry for this episode. तो हाँ एक we talked about this on chat once. Ki there is a business, which is a business on loneliness.
Oh yes,
Huh.
this
Such a like brilliant,
brilliant idea.
brilliant idea. Ki maybe I am not going to plug this page because I don't pata nahi yaar, there is something off about this. Ki हाँ,
Yeah,
we
you're
attended.
not plugging any pages. They pay us only then.
Yes. हाँ, so we attended this thing where strangers come and meet and they socialize and they sing and they dance and they अच्छा
Don't
तब
we do this every Sunday?
अरे नहीं वो अलग है but इसमें the MVP thing is के you go to that place, you see strangers and like before going into the main room they put a blindfold on your eyes and you have to talk to some random stranger for 1 hour. You don't remember? Acha, you were not there. Shit. Acha, I was with the other people of our group. So, this was the main thing. Ki you don't know who you are going to talk to for 1 hour, and it's like haunting. Like मेरे लिए तो it's very haunting. यार 1 घंटे के लिए क्या ही like बातें करूँगा मैं इनसे. Like topics ही नहीं आएंगे मेरे दिमाग में तो. But also at the same time, an opportunity an opportunity to an opportunity to make friends, to socialize with new people, to get to know new people. And उसमें एक ऐसा भी चीज़ होता है कि you at the end of it you have to share one memory of your life, any memory, any sad, happy, good, bad, any memory, any standout memory of your life with these 30 strangers. So this was a thing we attended and the fees to attend like I guess 3 घंटे का था ये event.
एक मिनट,
And
but एक ही बंदे के साथ you spend 3 hours.
no.
One switching.
No, so for the first hour, you talk to this one person, blindfolded. You don't know what they look like. You don't know. You know what I mean. कि 1 घंटे के लिए. And then वो 1 घंटा खत्म होता है उसके बाद like everyone opens their blindfolds and उसके बाद activities होती है dance, music, फिर potluck होता है. And
You dance with the same person. You're saying
no, like
no.
open
Okay.
DJ जैसा.
Okay.
And at the end of it, you have to share one story of your life, anything you want, and like everyone has to, like you can't get out of it. There were some people who did not want to, but like उनको force किया, उनको encourage किया, and they like said the story, and it was happy and fun. But the main thing about this is कि
Basically making money out of people's loneliness. Nice वैसे तो.
हाँ मतलब I don't know if it's like good or bad, but हाँ they thought like अच्छा है कि like they're connecting people, but also it's like it's not bad as well, but like पता नहीं थोड़ा unethical. It's not. I don't know. What do you think? It's like
I feel they should have some ground rules.
so the very important thing I forgot to mention is कि इसको attend करने के लिए you have to pay a fee.
Very high.
Do I reveal the amount?
Your choice. I know the amount.
हाँ तो
But ठीक है, it is. I think it was 1,500 per person.
Yeah, 1,500 per person for 3 hours. And like उसके लिए
इतनी शिद्दत से socialize करने के लिए कभी पैसे नहीं देने पड़ते. So
नहीं but like this was kind of recent and like I was हम 4 लोगों ने decide किया कि जाते हैं and then there every person we met they came alone. सिर्फ हम 4 ही थे जो ग्रुप में आए थे.
गधे.
तो वही हम गधे हैं. तो हाँ and like people were ready to pay 1,500 for 3 hours to meet strangers.
Imagine how lonely they must have been.
मतलब not lonely, just like ऐसे भी हो सकता है extroverts को नए लोगों से मिलना ऐसा भी हो सकता है but हाँ like उसका
I think आजकल people use such events more for networking purposes.
या networking तो है ही but like साथ में ये भी definitely है ही कि they want someone to talk to after office hours and तो हाँ this like हम गए उसके 2-3 महीने बाद ये मुझे स्ट्राइक हुआ कि यार they are making a business out of loneliness and they are doing pretty well for themselves. हमने सब कैलकुलेट किया and it's like amazing thing. तो मैंने हरीशा को बोला कि यार वी शुड आल्सो थिंक ऑफ सम आइडिया, आई लाइक दिस.
मेरे को नहीं करना है
क्यों?
ये बिजनेस नहीं करना है मेरे को.
Why not? You think it's unethical?
मेरे पास ऑलरेडी बहुत बिजनेस हो गए.
One
जगह नहीं
more.
मेरे पास.
One more. Expand. Hire people under you.
Okay, I'll be the CEO. You do the things. You be my Greg. I'll be your Tom.
Oh. So
the dirty work. I take the credit.
Yeah, this was a reference to Succession, and she didn't like the finale. I loved.
Talk about Succession.
वही ना मैंने सोचा कि like.
Episode चलो done.
Oh हाँ यार, we can. तो यार what were we talking about कि हाँ मतलब
people making stop doing this in between. It's very annoying.
I have an आदत. यार नहीं thumbnail के लिए put this लड़की in the middle. This like last time भी. अरे यार ये नहीं अच्छा लग रहा है.
Looking sexy. Shh, continue.
Okay. हाँ तो मतलब if you had time, like would you consider something like this? Like do you think it's like, ethical,
I
moral?
love organizing events, by the way.
You do?
I love it.
Okay. Recently you have okay.
You do this one more time, I'm going to slap you in your face. I don't want your.
Recently she has been kind of into organizing.
I have always been into organizing. I have organized my brother's wedding. Pura wedding from Ahmedabad and Rajkot. I was the one to be the planner for it.
Wow.
Even from timings to everything.
How many years ago was it?
This was in 2015.
15.
Then my first cousin got married in 2018. Uski shadi bhi I planned. Puri shadi. It was in Ahmedabad itself. Then there was my another cousin's engagement party. That was also completely planned by me, from venue to food to outfits to everything. I love doing it.
हम कैसे यहाँ पे आ गए to this thing? I don't know.
Like you told me, would you like organizing any such thing? I would love to organize any parties you would ask me to. If you want me to organize a horrible party, I'll do it very well also. But I love doing it.
So do you consider it ethical, moral to like run a business like this on monetizing people's loneliness?
Yes.
Like मैं भी conflicted था कि हाँ मतलब you are helping people.
Ethical because you're helping people. Unethical if you try to, turning into more of a dating kind of a thing. कि मतलब dating meetups वाला नहीं, मेरे को somehow वो ethical नहीं लगता है, क्योंकि some people come up with not dating apps, dating meetups. In person बात कर लिया आप social media पे or on a dating app and then you go and meet people is something different. But ऐसे एक जगह पे सब इकट्ठे हुए हैं and you are trying to find people to date. And then you are, sort of.
So how is that different from this? Like, the पहले वाले में you are making friends, second वाले में you are making a potential partner. What's the difference?
So in today's time, I think people more prefer to go and meet other people for one night stands. This is why I consider it unethical. आपको रिश्ते बनाने आप long term बनाओ ना. Why are you just there for some small pleasure?
वो तो उनका it's the call of the people. उनको क्या करना है?
People, it's fine, but this is majorly people do it, and then the essence of why you're organizing such an event is lost.
Okay, right. I was going to say something.
Okay, I'll ask you something.
Yeah.
What is your definition of loneliness?
It's simple thing. Not having anyone to just talk to about random things, to talk about your day, to talk bullshit things.
Okay.
क्या है बोरिंग लगी डेफिनेशन?
बोरिंग नहीं, बहुत जेनरिक लगी.
तो हाँ लाइक जेनरिक.
This means you have not been lonely.
नहीं ऐसा नहीं है.
Being alone and being lonely is two different things. You not spend time.
नहीं पहले तो you ही said ना पहले lonely आता है फिर alone आता है. Like the phase you said कि
पहले alone आता है फिर lonely आता है, उसके बाद solitude.
पहले lonely आता है फिर solitude आता है.
तो मैं वही
Lonely, alone, solitude. पहले lonely.
alone, lonely, solitude.
Okay, right. right. You are right. तो
हाँ छोटे बच्चे.
नहीं, I do consider कि हाँ ऐसा phase था, but यार what sorry
I think
sorry
you should spend some more time
हाँ तो
alone in good.
this thing you said कि you have reached that phase where you can spend time alone and not feel terrible. Like ये phase मेरा नहीं आया है. If I
मेरा second stage भी नहीं आया अभी, मैं बोल रही हूँ.
अरे
You're-
नहीं
you're
यार,
such a lame
मेरा
person.
उल्टा like 1 3 2
एक
जैसा
minute.
कुछ है.
If I take your laptop away, if I take your phone away, if I take your watch away,
वही मैं बोल रहा हूँ कि
if I take your books away, how happy will you be being?
I'll be terrible.
That is I'm saying you've not
मैं-
been alone.
I am confused. Like मैं बोलने ही वाला था कि the phase you have reached कि if you don't like एक दिन के लिए भी if you don't meet your friends you will be like fine, doesn't matter. If I don't meet my friends for one day I'll be terrible. I'll get depressed. मैंने बोला ही था ना ये like कुछ दिन पहले ही.
You've not been lonely. You cannot describe it because you.
यार तो what was that phase where 12 11 12 में था, what was that? If not
That is just miscommunication or
no, not
connection because you were not feeling like you're a part of something, but you still
so
had
isn't that
people around.
lonely? Not be.
No, but you still had people around.
But it doesn't matter. If
Okay,
have
did
people
you have
around.
somebody to go out with if you wanted to have chai or coffee?
No,
You didn't have friends to go out and have chai coffee with.
no.
यहीं से थप्पड़ पड़ेगा.
नहीं really यार, like tuition में भी like tuition to tuition start to end, उसके पहले उसके बाद no socializing. I just ran home after it finished.
And what did you do at home?
Movies, like मैंने बोला ना, movies were my this comfort thing.
It was your exit.
हाँ, it was your exit. It was my escape. हाँ.
So you've not been lonely.
Hey यार, come on.
Come on, it's logical.
I will make it make sense to you. I'll come up with a more concrete.
When we record next podcast, let's not talk. You be lonely.
Yeah, I don't know. Just
Wait a minute. This is such a good timing. Today itself, you've called me randomly. You had nothing to talk about.
I called her 3 times and I did not. But
Because you were feeling the void. You were not ready to step into that space of being by yourself. You are proving your things wrong here on Life Podcast itself. You have
Yeah,
to
it's
spend time alone to see what loneliness is. I'm very happy you brought this topic up. Now I'll deliberately make you do it.
I'll say more so because मेरे पास कुछ content है ही नहीं बोलने के लिए.
No. We are already about time, so we'll wrap this up.
नहीं,
But
एक दो चीज और.
I'm happy that we've come to this conclusion कि इसको मेरे को अकेला छोड़ना है, रूम में लॉक करना है. But this guy is so horrible, he'll end up sleeping for 3 days straight. ये अकेला नहीं रहेगा. लैपटॉप फोन सब ले लो तो सो जाएगा और कुछ नहीं करेगा.
नहीं, I'll die in my anxiety. Like कुछ laptop is my like life. This laptop.
This is your escape, you fucking idiot. हद है.
But like I feel there are very few people who can survive without these mobile phones and people.
I think everybody can, but you need to condition yourself to do it.
Can or will may like. And
If you
99
condition, you will do it. And
like,
you
why-
condition yourself, you can. You
like
have
why
to
do you
it.
need to do it if you have this escape? If you have this easy escape.
No, because सबके पास एक time आएगा when they'll be alone and lonely and in solitude.
Alone, lonely and solitude. Yeah, I तो thought कि like दो ही चीज होती है, loneliness and solitude. You brought this one more thing, alone.
How do you know that you're lonely when you start being alone? It's just 3 levels of one simple thing.
You have read up on this a lot, nahi?
नहीं.
So
Experience.
experience this a lot.
Plus with the work,
So when you were my
be
age,
very specific with what I'm feeling. Or
sorry.
With the kind of work I do, I have to be very specific to be able to pinpoint what exact emotion it is.
Yeah.
It is my
How मुझे
bread and butter.
2 दिन पहले कॉल में भी मैंने यही बोला था कि like you need to teach me about these things about emotions.
Emotions is so wide. You fucking asshole. पहले खाना गिराने को मना कर रही हूँ तो this guy has spilled water on my bed.
Yeah, ठंडा लगेगा sir, like when you will sleep.
Let me pour it on you. Go home ऐसे ही ठंडा. No,
I mean, I care about you.
Relax.
I care about you so much. Like इतनी गर्मी में I am making your head cold. Yeah.
आज तो जरूरत भी है. कल संडे के बाद से मेरा दिमाग ठंडा करने की जरूरत है.
Okay, हाँ. So I have movies के बारे में मैंने बात की तो one thing that definitely aids with like
AIDS.
अबे वो AIDS helps with
You know when
terrible
it starts getting
attempt.
The darker the night, my horrible side starts coming out.
एक पूरी like रात को 2 बजे we should like do this thing. इतने खराब jokes निकलेंगे ना इसके मुंह से. So I was saying creativity is the one thing that aids with helps with this kind of thing because like escape basically, which for me was movies and shows, all of that.
Which was somebody else's creation, not yours. And making one for yourself, then you can say it is creativity. Princess.
Yeah, see.
He's like, मैं कुछ भी बोल रहा हूँ इसके बाद सब चीज के जवाब में बोलूँ क्या?
So मतलब watching is not just like passive experience for me, it's an academic experience for me. I am studying it. That is, I'm my brain.
Yeah, I got your point, but when you say creativity, it is not your creation. You're consuming
but I'm
it.
studying it.
Then
I'm kind of running में दिमाग चला रहा हूँ मेरा कि ये क्या हो रहा है, ये shot ऐसा क्यों है, ये shot ऐसा क्यों नहीं है. I'm learning stuff as I.
Because you're into that field.
Okay, हाँ तो मेरी creativity, not general, but like for me this was specific. Like दिमाग creativity basically I mean दिमाग को.
Okay, fine, given.
I'm doing a terrible job.
No, you're doing a good job. But whatever you are saying for me now, it doesn't make sense क्योंकि मुझे ऐसे लग रहा है इसने loneliness experience ही नहीं किया है. तो क्यों?
I will make a good defense for you in the next episode. Just let me think of something.
Chalo, done. Or you take one day off in this week. Spend time alone without your laptop.
I'm buried in work. I can't. And last thing. I read कि old age में loneliness is very very prevalent. कि most people your age have died. You don't like family के साथ भी you. I don't think old age.
It's a horrible thought, but okay.
क्या horrible? It's the truth.
Yeah, I know it's truth, but it's like.
Like terrible reality. The way I said it was.
Yeah. Sounded so wrong and sounded so mean, like Regina George.
Regina George, who is that? I don't.
You like watching movies and you don't know Regina George?
Let me Google her up. Regina George, Mean Girls. Okay,
Yeah.
I didn't like it.
Of course.
It's a classic.
Yeah.
But हाँ तो ये चीज like. Do you have any inputs for this? Not.
So I think when people grow old, when they have their own kids, having their own families, you have grandchildren, you see them growing up, you see them living their life. After that point, you become an observer. Like एक होता है कि आपके बच्चे बड़े हो रहे हैं, उनकी शादी हो रही है, तब तक you are an active part of, bringing stability in your life, maintaining a family, bringing your kids up, looking after their future. But once they are capable enough and they have their own family, you take a backside and you start observing life.
They are not dependent on you.
Yeah, they're not dependent on you. Plus, at that point, your own health is also your own priority. Then you start just being an observer of how things are happening around you. So again, it is solitude, it is not loneliness. Because you start growing into it, dhire. It's not something that happens all of a sudden. Yes, of course, when somebody passes away, like if your partner passes away or if somebody who's in very close proximity of you just goes away or even say relocates, तो भी एक होता है सडन बैकलैश होता है. लेकिन अगर आप एज के साथ देख रहे हो तो इट इज़ मोर लाइक इट ग्रोज इनटू यू. धीरे धीरे you start observing life, धीरे धीरे you start growing into that phase where you enjoy your loneliness, then you do your own thing, you have a routine which you follow by yourself. I think at this point, somehow this question is coming from you because you're seeing your mom from past 6 months, 4, 5 months.
That is also one of the...
Yeah. And the kind of struggles she is going through is somehow also subconsciously fitting into your mind. Even if you realize it or don't realize it. Not only observing her, but also observing your sibling. The way he's coping with the struggles currently you guys are going through.
Right. So the thing you mentioned कि old age में like it's not loneliness, it's solitude. But like पहले ये phase भी आता ही है loneliness, and then when you grow into it, it becomes solitude.
इसलिए मैंने उसको 2 पार्ट में bifurcate किया ना, that if somebody goes away suddenly, then it is complete loneliness. वो अचानक से you don't know how to deal with it. But if it happens gradually, you grow into it. That is conditioning. That is going to be your muscle memory. तो वो इतना hurt नहीं होगा because it grows on you slowly, day by day, day by day, day by day. But if suddenly somebody goes away, then it's like being lost in the sea. You don't know which way to go. You don't know how to go ahead. And even with that, there are too many things that you start learning about yourself.
Oh, true.
Ki how you're going to live your life from now onwards, how you're going to grow ahead. Because you have to do something with your life. You cannot keep on thinking about how lonely you are. That will happen at some point of the day.
Sulking is not going to help at all.
But it will happen daily. But सुबह उठ के then you have to have a plan or a schedule that you look forward to.
Sulking is the worst thing.
But it happens. You cannot...
you cannot help it. And it also like... Who doesn't like
having somebody around?
नहीं. Like ऐसा कभी कभी अंदर से भी होता है ना कि I should just keep sulking, I should just keep victimizing myself. कि उसमें थोड़ा pleasure भी है, I would say.
Yeah. It is a guilty pleasure.
हाँ.
But एक point पे आके वो उससे भी saturate हो ही जाता है.
हाँ.
It's not something which is permanent. चलो बहुत habit होगी तो तुम पूरा पूरा दिन कर लोगे ये चीज. But इतना 1 महीना, maximum 6 महीना. After that, you'll be like, what am I doing with my life? I need something new.
No good is coming out of this sulking. So let's try something new. And then...
Yeah. I think that we should wrap it up here. This brings us to the end of this episode. And now for the most controversial rating of this topic. Because I believe we will have absolute opposite ratings for this.
इसको rate कैसे करें?
इसीलिए बोल रही हूँ करो. Think of any idea and do it.
ऐसा करना है. I'll rate you on...
No.
I feel how...
No.
Okay.
No. You rate yourself, I rate myself. Because you know nothing, so I rate you 0. But I want you to rate yourself and this topic. 2 ratings.
This topic, how do we rate this topic? I don't...
Like...
Doesn't make sense.
On the pH scale, what does loneliness...
Importance of loneliness in your life. Yeah, वो तो I guess like...
I'll go first because you'll be confused.
उसमें I guess we both agree कि like it's 14 at the top. Important.
How can you agree if you have not faced it?
अरे यार, it's...
It's like giving food review without eating it.
अरे
Don't give me such a look.
नहीं, ऐसा नहीं है यार.
अच्छा चलो, I'll start with rating. Then you follow. ठीक है? Outro I will do because you don't seem in the zone to do it. So yes, loneliness. If it is just loneliness, it is a 7 for me. But if it converts to solitude, it is a 14 for me. Why is because I am so much into spirituality that I feel it is the trigger point of spirituality for people. This is why 14. Loneliness, agar sirf loneliness hai, where you're just victimizing yourself, then also it is neutral for me, because then it is a wobbly scale. Either you go down the rabbit hole or you get yourself uplifted. It's like a hard-hitting choice you have.
Right.
So that is why it's a 7. Ya to khai mein giro, ya to climb the mountain. Yes, udo. And when it comes to me, now I'm too good with loneliness. So that I will be a 14 on it. Even my parents agree, and sometimes they also like shout on me because of that.
कि घर पे पड़ी रहती है बाहर
इतना अकेले कैसे रह लेती हो? Why are you not talking to people? Why are you not socializing? But then they also have a problem if I'm going out and not coming home.
Every parent ever.
So that is another problem. But yeah, there was a time last year when I was not even going out of the house for 10 minutes a day. I used to be eating, coming to my room, spending time with myself, eating again, coming to my room, spending time with myself. Not at all socializing. Not, matlab, zero.
Need for socializing. Zero need
for socializing. And it was 3 months straight. I think it was the same time, May, June, July. Yes, last year.
Oh. Okay. I'll go. So apparently I don't know what loneliness is. So I'll think on this, I'll ponder on this, and I'll get back to you all in the next episode or the next to next episode. Because I guess I'll try to think of some things and I'll try to...
Don't try to think of something. Try to spend some time alone so that you know what it means.
So that bring like, so I won't rate this topic because she's saying I don't know this thing. And coming to the second topic, second rating kya tha? Of rating myself.
Yeah.
तो हाँ उसके लिए I don't know, I will say कि I have yet to reach this stage where I am comfortable in my alone time. Like मुझे तो ऐसा है कि मुझे चाहिए company. Every day I need to meet my friends, वरना I'll just get depressed. I can't like stay at home all day. कुछ तो socializing चाहिए ही. I need to get out of home. So I'm looking forward to this stage कि I don't feel the need for this. I looking forward to the stage where I feel comfortable in my own company and enjoy my alone time, like read a book or watch a movie or something and not get out of the house for a day or two. So, why are you laughing?
Nothing.
नहीं बोलो.
It's not something I can say out loud.
Okay, हाँ. So, हाँ, बस यही just looking forward to this stage where I feel comfortable in my alone time.
I think you're too young to have experienced it. With time, you will.
This thing I wanted to ask you, when you were my age, like, were you smarter than me or dumber than me? Or on this topic?
When I was your age, where was I? First, let me remember that. How old are you?
22.
I was in college. I just passed out college.
Even asking this question is such a weird thing. Smarter than me or dumber than me?
No. So it was a completely different experience because I had just relocated back to Ahmedabad. So for me, it was more of an adjustment phase because I was so habituated with being independent in a new city, in a different city than my hometown, that to come back here, to adjust back to your own house was a very transitional phase for me. So it's not something comparable.
No, but just in terms of knowledge about this topic, were you more knowledgeable than me?
Not at all.
You were less knowledgeable than me about those.
I was always on point with emotions since my childhood. But somehow, yes, I had faced loneliness because there was time when I had to be alone in my hostel for around 6 months. Like no other girl. It was only me.
Oh.
I had my internship in the same city and everybody else relocated for their internships. So pure hostel mein I was the only one.
Okay.
Not even the warden was there. It was only me. But then again, I used to wake up in the morning and go out and meet people and socialize. So it was not that hard hitting for me. But I have always been comfortable by, staying alone, being in my own space. तो मेरे को ऐसा कभी लगा नहीं कि यार पूरे हॉस्टल में मैं अकेली हूँ. It was never a problem for me.
Right. This thing also I've yet to experience, to move out another city, to live alone.
It's something everybody should experience once in their life.
This I have yet to. I missed out on this part, but maybe in the future.
Yes. Koi na. We should do a small part 2 of this, but I have it as a stuffing for another topic. This topic, so we can continue it. Any which way, this brings us to the end of this episode. We are also available on other platforms like Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon, Apple Podcast, Amazon, Google. What is that?
Google Podcast.
And Amazon Podcast.
Amazon Podcast.
Oh my God, I'm horrible with this. Yes, so you can find us there. The Spotify link is in the description box below. You can also connect with me on Instagram. I have started finally uploading tarot readings, so please check that out.
Follow her.
Subscribe my channel. Please send it to your friends and family. And और क्या था? Please
drop down comments.
Drop down comments for your thoughts on loneliness. And also hit the bell icon so that मेरे हर नए वीडियो की अपडेट आपके पास आ जाए. And we'll see you in the next one.
Okay.
You can also find my Instagram handle in the description box below and some other videos you would like to check out. So देख लो, मेहनत करी है description लिखने में तो थोड़ा engagement भी मिल जाएगा. Please see and yes, we'll see you. Bye-bye.
Thank you.